The Mayerling Incident was an absolute tragedy that shook the world and changed history. And it happened on this day in history, January 30th, 1889. This is Rudolf, the crown prince of Austria-Hungary. He was 30 years old when he took the life of his teenage mistress and his own at a royal hunting lodge. But why? His dad, Franz Joseph, they did not get along. He was more like his mom, Empress Elizabeth, aka Cece, who we've covered on this show before. The reason Franz Joseph and Rudolph didn't get along, Rudolph thought that Hungarian people should have rights, and Franz Joseph just wasn't into that shit. Like we said, he was more like his mom, Empress Cece, like his mother, unfortunately suffered from mental illnesses. It's impossible to diagnose somebody from a couple hundred years later, but he likely had depression and he definitely had substance abuse issues. He almost certainly also had syphilis, which didn't help any of the mental issues. So Rudolph really didn't want to be emperor, right? And he thought there was only one way out, but make it drama. He approached his youngest mistress, a 17-year-old girl, Baroness Mary Vetsera. They had been running around together for 2 years at this point, so history is icky a lot of the time. Now, we'll never know exactly what happened, but January 30th, 1889, the couple were found at the Mayerling hunting lodge, no longer in the realm of the living. Mary's wounds were inflicted by Rudolph, and Rudolph's wounds were inflicted upon himself by himself. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't want this video to get taken down. Now, the aftermath was what historians call this whole thing. The royal couple didn't have any other sons. Enter a guy named Franz Ferdinand. You probably have heard this name if you've ever taken a world history class or if you were around in the early aughts. I loved the band Franz Ferdinand. What happened to them? Anyway, Franz Ferdinand is Joseph's nephew, and he is now next in line to be emperor, but he wasn't super popular. In 1914, when visiting Bosnia, he had the bright idea to go on a parade in a convertible car, and he was unalived by some Bosnia radicals. That caused Austria to declare war on Bosnia, and Bosnia's main ally, Russia, came and stepped in. So now we got Austria and Russia, two major powers at the time, at war. And that is how World War I began, which could have all been avoided if it wasn't for the Mayerling incident.